Hey everyone, and welcome to this video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. My name is Michaela, and my goal here on this channel is just to help you guys not feel so alone in your life, in your messes, and anything that you have going on. And so I wanted to show you today some messes that I have going on. It's getting to be nicer weather, closer to spring, and my kids are going outside a lot, so I don't find as much time to clean. But during my son's nap time, he's only one, so he naps for a few hours, I find the time to carve out to just get some things done around my house that I don't get done during the rest of the day while we're outside. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today, what you can get done in just a short time. So I'm starting in my kitchen. I'm just going to put away the cold stuff, clean up the counters, make sure that everything's tidied up and wiped down. I couldn't really get to the floors today just because I didn't have time for that. I needed to move on to a different room. But seeing clear surfaces and clean surfaces and everything just makes my mind feel more at peace, and it makes me feel like my whole house is a lot cleaner. Just getting those dishes into the sink at least and loading them into the dishwasher if I can, making sure all the pots and pans are off the stove, things like that. Just make the whole house look a lot better. My kitchen is a pretty big part of my house. It's the heart of the home, of course. And so whenever the kitchen is a lot cleaner, at least than this, it makes my whole house seem so much cleaner. So I decided to clear everything off and make sure that the heart of the home was the cleanest. I probably spent the most time in here. I took out the trash and made sure that things were tidy and clean. My son naps around 10 or 11 a.m. to about noon or 1 p.m. And so this was kind of a cleanup after breakfast and to get everything going so that the rest of the day went pretty smoothly.
This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. It's just something about the way that he's making me feel. My insides.
I just gotta say, I am genuinely sorry if I sound like I'm rambling or like I'm out of breath. I sped all this up so that if you're trying to get some things done in a short amount of time, that you don't have to sit here and watch an hour-long video. So I'm just trying to say everything that I need to say inside of this video because I did speed it up a lot for you guys so that you didn't waste a bunch of time, but I hope you enjoy it anyways.
I could wake up with him by my side. I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, want him.
A day or two before this, I had just went grocery shopping, so there was some groceries that I still had to put away that were just on the counter, some of my bulk items and things, and there was a lot of things like craft stuff and coloring stuff that my daughter uses that were kind of left out and piled up on the counter. So I put all of that away to clear off more of my counter space, because the more counter space that's clear, the clearer my mind feels, and that's just a really great feeling for me.
Little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip of myself. My body's giving up on me, cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips. I wanna run up through his hair, but don't stare.
It's almost spring, but it is still winter, so the air is really dry. I filled up this humidifier so that our nasal passages were just a little bit easier to breathe through during this dry weather that's still going on, especially in the house with just a little bit of heat on at night and things like that. So this one is a warm air humidifier, and I also have two others that are cool mist humidifiers. I know that in every house there's sort of a catch-all place, so I would love to know, this bar place is my catch-all place. I would love to know what is the catch-all place in your house and how do you handle it, because it's kind of getting out of hand a lot of times with this bar. Everything gets piled right there and it's so in the way.
This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip on myself. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him and I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart.
Like I said, I was trying to just go as fast as I can, boom, 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 snap with the boom and everything, and just try and clean everything up as much as possible, even though I didn't do really a deep clean. So I'm just wiping down the stove without any cleaner, just whatever was left on the rag. I'm not making sure that it's fully degreased or anything. I'm just getting all the leftover food and splatters and things up. That way it at least makes it look nice and makes it look presentable, just in case anyone was to stop by, or just for my own personal preference.
I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever.
I've been trying to load the dishwasher and run it in the evenings, but sometimes I just don't get it done, or it doesn't get all the dishes. And so on this morning I needed to load it, and it was a full load, so I went ahead and ran it. It felt so good to get all those dishes out of the sink and have a clean sink afterwards too, and you get everything off the stove.
I'll follow you, yeah. Could you come a little closer now? Cause I don't wanna slow this down. My heart is screaming out your name. I'm wasted on you. Here we are right underneath the stars. So let's get a little reckless. You make me breathless.
This is the view out my kitchen window. I love to watch my kids play out in the yard, and I also just love that it's a big, long country view I can see for miles, and it's really relaxing whenever I'm doing the dishes.
I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever. And I won't waste it.
So whenever I clean my cast irons, I sometimes use soap and I sometimes don't, but I always make sure to dry them thoroughly on the stove on a medium heat, and to also run them down with some sort of oil. I usually use Crisco when they're fully heated up and fully dry. That seasons them and it works really well for me. They are pretty much non-stick by now after using the stainless steel wool and after using the Crisco to season them. Although I know a lot of people that say avocado oil or something like that works even better, I found that Crisco works really well for me, and it doesn't leave any sort of smell behind or go rancid or anything like that. I love using my cast irons, and I will be having a cast iron clean, cook, and care video coming out really soon. I would love for you guys to turn on your notifications so that if you're interested in that, you don't miss out.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.
Like I said, the kitchen was probably where I spent the most of my time, but I also needed to work on this bedroom since it's kind of a space where nobody goes if they come over, and it's sort of at the back of the house. I don't always get to it as much as I should, but since it's my husband and my space to go whenever we just need a calm moment or something, I try to, when I can, make sure that it's pretty clean and just kind of a space that we can breathe instead of feeling stressed out. That is why the walls are a slight blue. I feel like it's a calming color, but unfortunately I end up doing laundry in here and there's just always laundry piled around, so whenever it starts to pile up, I know that it's time to put it all away and make sure everything's folded. So there's a basket over there of things that don't go in my room, and then there's a ton of stuff that actually do need to go in my closet, and so that's all I'm doing is hanging things up, putting the single socks away, and putting things that don't go in my room in that basket to delegate and put away later on.
I hope it never ends, this being more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night.
I'm not going to do any dusting or even any vacuuming for this video. I did vacuum later in the day, but I didn't do it for this video. I just needed to basically touch and organize and declutter everything so that the spaces were clean, especially this dresser that just gets piled up, so much clothes on it, and that is totally my fault. I recognize that, but it was just time to get it done.
I don't know where she came from, kinda turned me upside down. I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night at hers and bring her one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Now I really get what the love songs are talking about. And I just wanna tell her how I feel, scream it out loud.
There's always some cords sticking out from under the bed here. It's my phone charger and different things, so I was just cleaning that up and kind of pushing it out of the way so that my kids didn't pull them apart or they didn't get tripped over or anything like that. And then I was moving on to this chair over here, which just had some things, some blankets that needed folded, and then this vanity that just had a few things that needed tidied up as well.
There's something about the way she laughs and the way she always dances when she thinks nobody sees. And when she's gone, I miss her so. I tell her, baby, please don't go. I think you should stay with me. And I really get what the love songs are talking about.
Then I moved into the master bathroom. The guest bathroom didn't really need any work done on this particular day, but this one really did. It needed all the clothes put into the basket. The bathtub needed a good scrub. I used bath oil, which is kind of like baby oil, and it really needed some soap to get all that oil off the side walls and everything. And of course the sinks needed wiped down. There was some stuff that needed put away, so I put away the stuff first, put the clothes in the basket so that I could see what I was working with. And then I wiped down, working pretty much from top to bottom. As far as the counters are higher than the toilet, and the tub is by itself, so I did the counters and the sinks. After I did the tub, like I said, I used some bleach for the settlement that we have in our water, and then I used some soap for the oil residue. And with this scrubber, it all worked super well. I actually am thinking that this is probably how I'm going to be cleaning it from now on, bath oil or not. It worked extremely well. Everything was sparkling, and it rinsed away really easily because I didn't use very much soap.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added color.
Every time I use something, I try and tell myself, put it away, don't just put it down. But honestly, it really doesn't work too well. I tend to accrue clutter, especially in this bathroom, because I put things down instead of putting them away. It's something that I just have to work on. But right now, it's just easy for me to come in once here and there and just put everything away in one fell swoop and wipe everything down, instead of taking the time at the time when my kids need me or when I'm just being lazy and putting everything away at once. I know it's not really a good excuse, but it's kind of where my mind's at right now. I should definitely get better at putting things away and not putting them down.
Every single day, you set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do?
So in some of my other videos, I've actually used a microfiber rag on the sinks, and not on the toilet. I use a disinfectant wipe only on the toilet and a rag on the sinks. But in this case, I was just trying to get everything done really quickly. I didn't want to run in the other room for a rag, so I used disinfectant wipes on everything. And that's pretty much what I always do whenever I'm in a hurry. If I have all day to clean, I will definitely use rags and take my time and just do a better job in general. But when it's just a few hours of nap time, especially when I'm filming a video, I like to just get it done really quickly and use everything that is the easiest and that gets the job done. And I do not feel guilty for that at all. I think everything comes out pretty nicely, and it's kind of like just getting something done for now instead of deep cleaning, just hitting the high spots. It feels really good, and it kind of prolongs the deep cleaning. So after that bathroom was done, I moved into the living room. I tidied up all of our shoes and everything. Like I said, the weather has been getting nicer, but it's still a little bit wet, a little bit cool and stuff. So there's all kinds of mud and things being tracked in. Hats and gloves that needed to go away because the cool weather, I don't know if it's gone for good, but it's gone for now. So I was putting those things away. All of our shoes that we've just kind of pulled out, and tidying up this coat rack just a little bit, putting away my kids' toys. I let them pull out a bunch of toys for a few days. They play with them on this rug, and then after a few days, we'll just put them all away and they'll drag out different ones. I think it just encourages them to not get bored with what they have and to play in different areas with different toys. I think it just works really well for them. but sometimes I'll have them help me and sometimes I will just do it myself. I'll just get a basket and put everything in the basket, and in this case my son was asleep in their room, so I just put everything in front of the door. That way when he woke up I could just stick everything in there where it goes. My daughter helped me. She loves picking up and organizing, not on her own, but she loves helping me with it, and I love that she likes to be mama's little helper.
Riding on the wave of a notion that I could be brave. Is there anything good on the radio? Turn it up loud and let me know how it used to be before anyone heard of you and me. I'm feeling good.
For this video, during this nap time, I didn't actually have time to do any of the floors. I did end up doing them later in the day, and so I was making sure that all the little toys and everything was picked up so that I could do all the floors later on, sweeping, mopping, and vacuuming. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.
One breath.